What began as a fun family day has turned into very much a nightmare for many families. Just briefly, what we know. A few hours ago, there was in the area around the kiddie pool in this water park, a lifeguard was sick, and soon after that, more and more people began becoming sick. Children were walking out of the pool with respiratory issues, and eventually it became very clear that there was something either in the environment or the water that was making these children sick, these families sick. From what we know, it was respiratory issues, not a whole lot of external impacts, but we did have around 60 people that were affected. Very quickly, folks came together from the Fire Marshal's office, from the Harris County Pollution Control Department, from the Harris County Public Health Department, and of course the Spring Fire Department, and they took samples of the water and they took samples of the air to try to see what it was that was causing this issue. Every sample that they took was within the acceptable limits. But obviously we had evidence from these folks being sick that something was wrong. Lots of ambulances here. We had about 36 people go to sign forms to say that they felt okay enough to walk away, but over 20 folks transported to all kinds of different hospitals. 15 people were transported via ambulance bus to Memorial Hermann downtown. We had one pregnant woman who was believed to be in labor who was also transported, and a child was the most serious case. He was transported to Texas, or she to Texas Children's. Now we know that this child is stable, so that is good news. This child that is now stable was the gravest situation, and everybody else was in a less urgent position. But we were working here across all of these agencies, also decontaminating folks who had gone to the hospital or coming back to get hosed down, decontaminated, and most people were feeling better afterwards. We're working together, particularly the Harris County Fire Marshal's Office and the Harris County Public Health Department, to ensure that this facility is safe before it operates again. Their current procedures very clearly cannot adequately ensure health and safety. The technology that they have in place is not allowing them to do that. The different departments have been verifying the technology of the water park, and they don't find any readings that are off. So if you can have 60 plus people get sick and your system doesn't catch what is off with the chemicals or whatever it is, then clearly something is wrong with the system. Under the Texas Government Code Section 341, Harris County Public Health has the authority to close these facilities, and so we are closing them until further notice. We have issued a closure order. Harris County Fire Marshal's Office has also issued a stop work order, and the facility has agreed. They have not objected. Now I have directed the Fire Marshal's Office and the Public Health Department to ensure that the facility is in compliance with all laws before they allow them to open again, and we hope that the regulatory framework is strong enough that they can't reopen without having improved their systems so that this doesn't happen again. So you will be sure we'll be pursuing this to the fullest extent of the regulatory framework. We don't know yet what exactly went wrong or what exactly the limitations are of the regulatory framework. Now, a message for the community that has been impacted. If you were at the water park, if you are feeling sick, please make sure you seek medical attention. If you feel sick, call 911. If you find yourself in the emergency room, please, as soon as you walk in, let them know that you were here. Do not sit in the waiting room with other folks, because we don't know yet exactly what chemical, what caused these illnesses, and so we don't want to expose other folks to that. So be sure to let them know. They will decontaminate anybody who's been contaminated by this incident. But so far, besides these respiratory issues and a couple of folks that were more affected, it seems generally that the situation is under control from a health perspective.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.